Uh-uh.
Now go. Let's see. My camera's picking you up.
Hey, John, is my speaker working? Can you hear me? Yes. Thank you. I suppose yours is working.
I don't see Alex.
There's nothing doing. That's all my telephone good on right. Telephone was really good. And I got everything right.
We see.
Yeah, well, he doesn't know it.
Bill, who's that? Bill.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. It's 7 o'clock, and we'll go ahead and start the meeting for this evening. The meeting's called to order. If we could just say a pledge to the United States flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag
United States of America.
To the republic which it stands, one nation, under God, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. For all.
If we could, let's bow our heads for invocation. God, we thank you for this evening. We thank you for watching over us and giving us a new day, a new life. And God, I just pray that you would just be with our citizens and our families, our community and our nation. Bring us together closer and allow us to do the service you've called us to do. In Jesus' name we pray. We thank you for answered prayers today, for healing for some people. And we just thank you for that, God, in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I ask if all the council and city attorney Alex and Sean, the city clerk treasurer, would mute your mic. That way we don't have any feedback. I will allow at the end of the council meeting that to have an open floor for the citizens and any questions that may arise at that time. At this time, if you could look at the agenda, and I need a motion to either approve, add, or delete.
Have an addition. Do you hear me, Kay?
Yeah.
I have an addition of Brandon Volker is going to be here tonight to speak with the council.
New business, old business, or?
Well, we might put him on early so that he doesn't have to attend the entire meeting.
Okay, we'll put it on the new business.
I'd like to add, oh, where am I? The monthly reports, and I'd like to talk about this. I had a phone call from a mobile food vendor. I need to get a little clarification on this. Can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, this is Joe. I'd like to add a brief discussion on what I've learned about Oakwood, the contract, and what a unit price contract really looks like, so the council has a full understanding of what it means.
And on old business, Joe, with Oakwood, is that okay?
We can put it anywhere you like. Yeah, that's fine. It's not urgent. I just want to have 5 minutes to explain what I learned today.
Anyone else?
Mayor, I don't know if you want to add it to new business or old business, but I found out some info about the recycle container. So you put it either way what you wanted, just some good FYI.
A motion to approve the agenda?
I make a
I'll make
motion.
a motion.
And you guys please let me know if my audio goes out. I've been having
I'll
problems
second
with this thing.
Sorry, Danny.
Okay, so I got Lowry with the motion, seconds Humphrey, and then roll call be Mr. Martin,
Yes.
Mr. Dusing,
Yes.
Mr. Purcell. I'm sorry, Jim, did you hear me? Is that a yes or no on the roll call or the agenda? I have some technical feedback. Mr. Roberts, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Is that a yes or a nay on the approval?
Yes, approve.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Purcell, I didn't hear you. Did you hear me by chance? Is that a yes or a no? I love this. Jim, are you off mute or can you hear me by chance? Mr. Purcell?
I don't hear it.
Okay.
We'll come back to you.
We'll go back to it. That's cool. Got it.
Hey, Sean, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Is that a yes or no, sir, on the
Yeah,
approval?
the answer was yes on the agenda.
Okay. You were trying, huh?
I was trying.
I got you. One clarification on this, the city food truck, Kay, for Mr. Roberts, is that I guess that's new business, I assume?
Yeah, we'll put that at the end, because we got some things to address in regards to that.
Gotcha. Okay. I just couldn't hear the response. That's cool. Thank you.
That's fine. I'm good with that.
Okay.
So we have.
I'm good.
Agenda. At
Yes,
this
motion
time,
carried.
Gary, at this time, I'd like for council to look at the minutes from October and subject to approval. By motion or not approved.
I do have a question on that. I just have to find it first. Let me get you much stuff in here. Okay, here it is. It's 1, 2, 3, 3 pages back under number 7. The vote roll call. What was ordinance 282/2020? Just
That was the the CARES Act for the Small Business Association, Todd.
Okay, I believe myself and Mr. Purcell's vote were rotated on both counts.
Where are you, Todd?
Number 7, the CARES Act. I believe you voted yes. I know I voted no, but
You're correct.
I think they just got flipped.
Yeah, you're correct.
Well, I'm gonna be silly, I only have 6 pages of the minutes.
It's not page 7, it's number 7.
Gotcha.
On the third page, Danny.
No, actually, it's a 4th page.
4th page.
I
Right.
got you now. I got you now, thank you.
Okay, anything else on that we need to change or add?
Just clarification, good, same page at the bottom, under order of old business. The 159K is the current bid plus the performance bond. Are we financing the performance bond? Is that how that's was meant to be wrote?
Yes. Yes. It was, yes.
Listen, listen. Can you go get the fan out of Charlie Jim, please, and Lily? Love you too, honey.
What you talking about? There's a fan right there.
Do we,
No, I just
does
said there's a fan.
normally the one that's having the work done and paying for it, do they normally purchase the performance bond?
City does, Todd, yes, for the one having the business, having the project pays for that. That covers us.
Well, I was just under the assumption that the builder, that would be part of his obligation more than ours.
We do that to protect us as far as the performance. And that way, if something does happen, then we have that protection. Anything else?
I don't know how relevant it is. On page 4, on 8, item 8, it's got me down as for Councilman Danny Doozy. And I don't know if that's important or not, to get changed or not. It's on page 4 and on page 5.
We'll change it to, Danny.
I appreciate the upgrade, though.
Number 7.
Oh, I don't be mind being called that. That's actually a good name. You're a good guy.
7. 6.
Anything else, guys?
I'll make a motion.
Hey, Mayor, there is one issue too. Can you hear me, Mayor?
Performance.
It's on page 4. We're talking about the subdivision meeting. I meant to add this to the agenda. I don't know at the end if I can speak 30 seconds on what we did on our pre-meeting on the subdivision committee. I don't know if I'll violate Robert's rule or not for doing that, but I just wanted to speak like for 30 seconds about what we talked about and invite other people to join. And I apologize, Mayor.
Any other council have a problem with that?
No.
No.
Second, all of,
I made a motion.
Just a roll call, Sean.
Was there a second to, to approve minutes?
Well, somebody seconded it then.
Hang on.
I'll second it.
I was gonna say, I could second it. Crap.
Guys, can you hear, council? Can you hear?
I can hear.
He's trying to get a roll call.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Damn.
You couldn't hear me? I'm sorry. Let's go back again. Mr. Martin, approval, disapproval?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Humphrey?
You're muted, Jennifer. Jennifer, unmute your mic.
I'm sorry, I'll abstain, I wasn't here.
Oh, okay, gotcha. And then Mr. Roberts?
Yes.
Okay, and Mr. Purcell?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, guys. Motion carried.
We have the treasurer's report.
Okay, that would be me. All right, so first section, of course, is the overview. You guys were given the balances of both funds, and I'll go through those real quick. So the balances as of October 1st, 2020 was $498,781.08. Less expenditures plus revenue. The balance at October 31st was actually a Saturday, was $506,457.74. The road aid fund lightly changed. October 1st balance of $34,598.21. And then the balance at the end of the month was $34,218.11. The CDs did not change at all in October. No maturation dates. And as you can see, the overall, I guess, value of the funds for the city was $3.480 million. As you see on the overview, within that little section, you have the general fund and the road aid fund's actual listing of all expenditures throughout the month and credits or deposits. Is there any questions on those?
Sean, what was on the road aid, what was the 9710 expenditure?
Street cleaner.
Okay.
Yeah, that acronym's a little confusing, but that's their SCA-OH LLC is actually the name of the company. So. Any questions on the ledger?
On the first page?
Any of it, the balances and or the breakdown of the general fund ledger?
Don't have any problem with that.
Okay. Okay, wonderful. Moving next to the actual, we can skip to something, I guess, a little simpler, but the credit card breakdown for the month of that month itself. Did you have any questions on the credit card breakdown?
Give me just a second on that one.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, the breakdown's there again, Todd, with the overall sheet of review, so it should help a little bit, I guess. But,
Well, my my major problem is I've got a little workspace and a whole lot of paper.
I understand. Believe me, I have a lot of paper.
Sean, do you know on the Kroger receipt, it's only $5.91, but what is Simply You Sent Foam? We don't have any carpets in the city building, do we?
So, hand soap.
So, hand soap for the bathroom.
So,
I'm
thank
not
you.
a big fan of bar soap in a public bathroom, you know, so.
I understand.
Thank you. Todd, do you have any questions at all, brother?
No, you're good to go.
Okay.
This,
Anyone else from,
this
oh,
packet
sorry.
keeps getting to be a little better and a little better every month.
It's easier to understand. Thank you, Sean.
Of course, no problem. And again, I apologize for not having it out Friday. Our intention, and my intention, of course, is to get it out for the weekend so we can have plenty of time to review and take questions on Monday or Tuesday. But it's been a busy month, I'll say that. Okay, to the budget summary for October and the fiscal year 2021 through October, you have the, well, it's a 5-tab report, of course, right? But it's actually 6 pages total, where it goes from the overall budget summary, breaking down the monthly expenses and monthly revenue versus the fiscal year to date versus the budget for the year. And then, of course, you break down to general revenue, general appropriations and expenses, a small bit on the road aid fund, and the last page is just a summary. But do you guys have any questions on that? We can go page by page if you like.
Hey, Council Humphreys had a question possibly on the credit card breakdown.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, that Quicken's, book, is that
Yep.
something new, or is that just an annual fee that we pay?
It's an annual fee that we pay, Jennifer. To be honest with you, I was a little surprised that it was actually paid through the credit card and not, through an invoice per se. It took me by surprise, but that's another one of those learning curves, I guess, from being new to the job. But it's an annual fee. I confirm that.
I would like to commend you also, Sean, I think the financial reports look really nice and, they're easy to understand. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thanks for your input. Thanks for Joe's input as well. It's you guys helped out quite a bit, so I appreciate it.
Hey, Sean, when can we talk about October's expenditures?
Right now, but go ahead.
Okay. How many cell phones does the city have?
There's 2. One for the mayor and one for JD.
Okay. And on October the 6th, the sheriff department, $160.50.
I'll be back on the, let's see.
Yeah, the general fund page.
I'm sorry, page 1.
No, you're fine. Let me see this. Now, which dollar amount again? I'm sorry. Dan, go ahead.
The next page after the treasurer's report general overview,
Yeah.
page number 1 on general
Ledger
fund.
breakdown. Sorry. Okay.
That's okay. I don't know if I missed the talking time, but
Property taxes,
Yes,
I think.
it is, Kay. You're right. So, Danny, we actually get a property tax bill for the 911 fee only. And it comes in for the city building, post office, and fire. So it's basically a small fee for 911, and we pay it once a year. But there's no property taxes per se for a city, except the 911 fee.
well, that's new to me because I thought we were, what's the word?
Exempt.
Yeah, exempt from all kinds of regs and taxes. But thank you.
Yeah, except for the 911 fee, we are. But you're correct. The fee is a standalone fee to everybody.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, Sean,
Yes, sir.
it's not, it's a question, but it's not a question. The Perfection Pest Control for $100, is that,
Yes, sir.
does that cover all 3 buildings once a month?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah, and QuickBooks is broken down with three sub buckets, so to speak. But it's us, the post office, and fire.
okay.
It is once a month.
I've
Yeah.
been meaning to ask that question and it keeps sliding by on me.
Yeah. He's here every month. We sign the form when he arrives at the city building for all 3, and he's pretty much on top of it. So.
How much longer are we gonna be having Carol and Keene?
What?
That's a good question. I mean, right now I'm inundated with the amount of taxes and insurance taxes, and we're actually just literally getting into the what do you call it? The oh gosh, the yearly audit is actually happening now with the actual audit company. We have the bottom line auditors on the preparation side, so we're going through that part now. We just started with the actual auditor. It's going well. We're going to have the audit actually completed by December 15th on their side, probably about a month behind the normal schedule, normal years. But we've been in contact. They're going to be here on the 4th and 5th in person, but they actually backed out because of the increase of the COVID situation, plus, just in general concern from their partners. But to answer your question in the short term, Jennifer, I don't have an ETA of that, but right now I'm still knee deep in delinquents and going through all that. It's been an ongoing process. So I would say definitely going to be here through the end of the year. Part-time, of course.
Sean, I had a question on that. Did you say the auditors this year are Bottom Line Services are the ones doing the city audit?
I'm sorry. Yeah, so Jim, to clarify that. So Bottom Line Services is the accumulation or preparation CPA side, where they take all our data from the city,
Right.
and they put it in the format where the auditor, Bramble and Ackley, is the actual official audit firm, takes that data. Now we're at stage 2 basically. So Bottom Line's complete. I'm complete with all of Bottom Line's 5.5 pages of questions, and now I'm to the auditor. So there's more questions, and they do sporadic audits on costs and expenses, of course. But we're going through that list now, and they're going to be here instead of 5 days in person, which is a normal process. They're going to break it down to 2 days, which is the 4th and 5th of November. Then that got nixed as well on Monday, the 1st, or the 2nd actually, because their partners were wary of the COVID situation and everything else. So we're doing it all virtual basically, but it's going well so far. We're getting questions, we're gathering information, we're answering questions, that kind of thing. So from the workload standpoint, between the audit, insurance tax season, of course, coming in this quarter, property tax situation, the delinquents, it's been busy. I'll tell you
So
that.
when will the Bramley firm, when will they begin their portion?
They're starting it already now. They're already starting it now. Yeah, they're taking the data from Bottom Line and the questions that they're asking me, those answers, and they'll be done by December 15th. That is their goal date.
12/15, okay, so it'll be
Yes.
presented to council when? Probably the first meeting then in January? Is that
I'm not sure how fast they turn that report around, Jim. I know they have to have it complete by December 15th on their side, but to get the report complete will happen in a couple weeks. I'm not sure what's happened in the past. Has it been that fast of a turnaround? I don't know if it'd be January or February, but I would assume the first two meetings-ish of the year.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
Oh, you're welcome.
Is this the same auditing firm that we've been using?
Yes, sir.
Is
One
there
other
any
question,
way?
sorry, Todd, aren't we required to have a different one every 2 years, or has that changed? Hey, Alex, doesn't the law say we gotta have a different auditor every 2 years?
They can't see
That's 2 years. Mayor, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I don't remember seeing an ordinance on that, Jim.
No, I think it's the law though. I think it's a KRS, and I'm not sure if it's I believe it's every second year. Can you look at that, Alex, and let us know? I think we're okay, because I know we went like 5 years with the same audit firm before, and then it was brought to our attention that we were doing the wrong thing.
Oh.
So I just want to be sure that we weren't doing the wrong thing again. I know we did the wrong thing once. There's no need to prove it.
My question my reason for that question is, I don't understand how we have so many delinquent taxes if we've got audited. And maybe Sean can explain that or not. I don't know. But I'd really like to get an answer of how that happened.
I got an answer for you, Todd.
Okay.
You have to ask the question of how many delinquencies they had. So it wasn't until this past summer when I had a conversation with Megan about, we knew what the tax collection was, but how many are out there not paying, when I started getting a couple foreclosure complaints, and there was no answer. So when there were other parties that would foreclose, the city, of course, is named and sued for back taxes, and I would go to ask what other taxes are owed. There's no accounting. There's no system of inventory of determining what properties had not paid their taxes.
Do we have measures in place to keep that from happening again now?
Well, John, I think Sean and we've discussed software to help him with that process of monitoring when tax bills come in and when they need to be paid, which is essential. How else would you do it?
Okay. I just don't want to keep slipping into the same hole a little deeper every year.
We've already lost. We know that we've already lost. Who knows how many years of back taxes that can't be collected? So we can only go back 10. That's how bad it is.
Hey, Sean? Sean?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dan. I was muted.
You gave me a real good explanation that the council might want to know about how that one person slipped through the cracks and there might be others like that. Do you want to share it?
I gave you the example. Yeah. So to answer the last question from Todd real quick. So Todd, to give you kind of a viewpoint of the inside workings of this, our last, I would call it an audit, to be honest with you. Our audit went through the physical audit, meaning we went through every book, three books a year for 10 years past, back to 2010, and physically went through every page. I did a lot of it myself. Kay did some. Michelle did some as well. I mean, we went page by page. And we literally, if it wasn't paid, pulled it out, made a copy. I got a stack here, as I showed you in the past.
Right.
So that physical review has to stop. So we did this because I wanted to get a physical inventory, right? That's